Hello and welcome to Braintree High School here for Cranberry League action. The White Sox and the Shamrocks, Braintree and Weymouth. Mike will also bring you the coverage here on BCAM TV as we are underway as the first pitch is delivered into the strike zone. Riley pitching here today for Braintree. Had their last two games rained out on Sunday as part of a doubleheader, making up today's game against Weymouth, and then Thursday they'll make up a game as well against Bourne. Looking for the first out here of the first inning. That one blown right by the hitter Forrester. The pitch on the way, and that's in, strike three. So the opening hitter retired on strikes. First pitch in there for a strike to Gowdy. That one knocked out of play. So very quickly 0-2. So Riley has the first out here of the first, and that one missed low. 1-2 the count. Ready, winds and fires, and this one hit hard out to center field. In on the move to make the catch is Levine in center field. As this one is grounded to the middle of the infield. Second baseman over, and there are now three down. 1, 2, 3 they go here in the top half of the first. Very quick work for Riley, who has a nice first inning here as the White Sox will come up in a scoreless game. Bottom of the first, and the first pitch is inside for ball one as Sullivan delivers the first pitch for the Shamrocks. Here in the bottom half of the first inning, as this one is smacked out to right field and in on the dive, cannot make the catch as the center fielder now tracking it down as Levine thinking about maybe three, but he pulls back as the throw is in the direction of third base. Nice attempt out there in center, but probably a ball that probably should let go. Play it for a single, so it turns into two. Can't fault the effort, but sometimes it's better off just playing it safe, especially early in a game. So the leadoff man is on as this one is lifted out of play. Nicholson batting in the 2 spot as Levine has doubled to begin the inning. And a pitch, again out in the direction of foul territory, right field. Very quickly 0-2. Sullivan winds and fires, and again spoiled off same spot. So 3 consecutive fouls, right side. He continues to be a little bit late on the swings. And this one hits him right in the back, and he will be aboard on the hit batter. First pitch, Brennan ground ball to second base over to second for one. The throw to first will not be made here, as the speed of Brennan able to break up a double play ball. That was one that Weymouth really could have used here in an inning where they're at the corners now with just the one out. So the fielder's choice, the first out here of the first inning. This one knocked out of play. On the count here. Cleanup hitter for the White Sox. And this one drilled out to center field, as that'll get down and bring home the first run for Braintree. Second hit of the inning for Braintree, first run, as they lead 1-0 here with 2 more on. And that's a strike pounded in. A lot of solid swings early. Going down as Foley DHing here in this game. That advances both base runners. The ball got away from the catcher. Second and third now. Just the one out. Retired of Brennan, who hit into a fielder's choice. The only out so far here of the first inning. Is Braintree looking to open up a commanding lead here in the first inning. Infield in at the corners, as this is grounded to third and foul. Foley putting a charge into that one. Foley leaves the pitch down. An opportunity for Braintree to open things up as the pitch is inside, and he has now walked Foley and has loaded up the bases. So a little bit of everything here in the inning. Seen a double, a single, hit batter, and a walk, and a fielder's choice. It's Braintree with an opportunity to blow this one open in the first inning. Again, there is a slaughter rule in effect, which would be a 10-run advantage after 5. Braintree's had a handful of those this year, so it's not very uncommon for this White Sox team to pile up lopsided victories, as they have a brilliant opportunity here to move in that direction. Shamrocks have had mixed results against Braintree here this year. They've played a couple of close games and a couple of blowouts. So the ball's down in the dirt. And Braintree with a very big roster, getting an opportunity to see a lot of new faces, but a little tougher with so many adjustments to the lineup sometimes for Braintree. Their normal starting lineup sometimes will have to change with players late to arrive or whatnot. As one missed outside, and Sullivan had some trouble here locating his pitches and where to put them. And the pitch is cut on and missed. Three and two the count. Still just the one out. Braintree hoping to add on to a 1-0 lead. And this is grounded middle of the infield. Second baseman over second for one, back to first, and the ball gets away as a couple of runs end up coming in. The throw to second, and he's going to be out over at second trying to take the extra bag, but Braintree does score 2 runs. In addition to the first, it's 3-0 Braintree as we head to the second inning as 2 score right there. We'll be right back. Top 2, and the first pitch is knocked to the screen. So Braintree scoring 3 runs in the first with the aid of a 2-run error that concluded the inning, although the base runner did get thrown out at second. As the off-speed pitch breaks in for a strike. And this one hits him. So Jenkins will get on. Hit batter. So the first base runner for the Shamrocks comes here in the second. The hit batter, both sides have now hit one. Being held on closely at first as the pitch is a strike. Pitch missed to Sylvester, batting in the 5 spot in the order. See if the White Sox can get a ground ball here, turn 2. As that one missed outside. Fastball, that is a strike. Outside corner. This one knocked out of play. Two strikes on the hitter. Braintree looking for the first out here of the second. The quick lead. As that one skips in, as Jenkins returns to the bag at first. So Sylvester with a long at bat here. White Sox looking to win the battle, and he does not, as Riley walks him. So 2 on without the benefit of a hit here. Hit batter and a walk. Excellent opportunity here for Weymouth to try and get back in the game. With 2 on. Nobody out. And another pitch down low, and both base runners will be able to advance. That one was down in the dirt. So second and third now, takes the double play out of order. And the fastball missed upstairs, so some control issues here. From foul tipped. So the infield, for the most part, back. With the exception of at third. Just about level with the bag, and Braintree probably would succeed a run if the ball is hit on the ground, as that is a strike. The outer part of the plate. We're slow inning here for Riley, who's had to work through some stressful situations with the first two on. And the pitch is knocked back and out of play. So the long at bat continues. And that one right by him. And a big first out for the strikeout. So they're going to get it past Dolan. McCarthy hitting now. Second and third situation with the one out. Pitch is outside. And this one hit hard out to right field. Long run for Nicholson, who makes the catch. The throw is to third base as the run comes in from third. And the sac fly makes it a 3-1 game. The right play there to throw the ball into second, keeping the runner from getting over to third. With the run going to score anyway from third base. As Weymouth has gotten their first run on the sacrifice fly. So the base runner now at second with two down. Had a second and third situation with nobody out. Braintree can only get them to score one here. This would be a big win for the White Sox, who have a 3-1 lead here in the top half of the second inning. Pitch, cut on and missed. Good fastball, able to get it by Milou. Riley settles in and gets him looking to end the inning. A pair of strikeouts, 3-all, as he strands the base runner at second, as Weymouth leaves a man on here in the second inning. They get a run, though, making it a 3-1 game after 1.5. Pitch is in for a strike. Weak ground ball back towards the mound. It's going to be a tough play on the move. Throw across, and it's in time. Nice play by the pitcher. It was a tough play, falling off the backside of the mound. At first glance, it didn't look like he was going to have enough momentum to make that throw, but got enough on it, able to retire the leadoff man. Bringing up Muir as he knocks it foul. Righty winds and fires as it's spoiled back to the backstop. Off-speed pitch, just missed on a close pitch. Pretty good location. And this one, middle of the infield again. Over second baseman, makes the throw, and there are 2 down. So grounder to the mound, now to second. This brings up the 9-hitter, Turgeon. Pitch missed inside. Sullivan looking for a quick 1-2-3 inning here in the second. That's a strike pounded in. Off-speed pitch, and that's in for a strike. And that one tails him back. So the defense back on the infield for Weymouth here in the second. Nobody on, 2 down. And he missed outside, so that'll be a 2-out walk. It'll keep the inning going. So that'll put Braintree back to the top of the order for Levine, who stung a double back in the first, past the outstretched dive of the center fielder, scored the first run for the White Sox. It's definitely a guy that you would love to see on base because he has such good speed. He's a very good base runner. And this one knocks back towards the stands. Third baseman ranging by the fence, but can't make the catch. It's just out of play. So runner at first with 2 down. So Levine takes the pitch outside. And the pitch is just spoiled off the end of the bat. If the inning continues, Nicholson will get an opportunity to hit. And the pitch is outside, so the long at bat. Going to the brink now. So the runner will be on the move with 2 outs. Apparently a pitch before. Now it's 3-2, and the runner goes. The pitch is spoiled down the left field line. Very tough to hear from the umpire. Sometimes the count, muffled with the mask as well. Turgeon, who had walked, now will get to second without the benefit of a slide, as it's back-to-back walks now with 2 down. So that's playing with some fire here in this second inning. Walking 2 in the heart of the order now. So Nicholson, who had been hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance, fouls that one off. Looks like he's hobbling around a little bit there. Does wear that protective guard on his left foot. Base hit here would potentially give Braintree another run. Turgeon at second with Levine at first. There's another ball down low. Control problems here after the first two were retired very quickly. The pitch on the way, and that one cut on and missed. And the pitch is knocked out of play. So an 8 o'clock start, maybe a little after 8. So it's going to get pretty dark here. Obviously the light's on, but see if the White Sox can make quick work, but not in this situation as Nicholson strikes out and Braintree strands 2 here in the second inning. Leaving now 3 on through 2 as we head to the third inning. Braintree with a 3-1 lead. We'll be right back. Top of the third inning, and the first pitch is down low. As we'll see, 9, 1, and 2 in the order for Weymouth here in the third. This one knocked out of play, foul. So Gravio batting here. The righty winds and fires, and it's spoiled off. So leadoff man on. Back to the top of the order for Forrester, who struck out to begin the game. So Braintree, of course, as is accustomed, in first place in the standings with a 23-1 record here this season against Weymouth, who is currently standing in 7th place. 9-12 with 2 ties. That ball spoiled off. Runner leading at first as the pitch on the way is down in the dirt, and he takes second base, no problem. So another base runner in scoring position. Weymouth trying to get a little closer. And And that's cut on and missed, and able to battle back and strike out Forrester for the second time here in the game. Getting the first out now here of the third. Pitches outside to the two-hitter. Scouty hits, flied out to center field his first time. It's 0 for 1. Righty winds and fires as the pitch hits the corner. Runner at second, 1 out. Riley works here in his third inning of work. Ground ball hit to second base as Muir with the throw in time for the out. First pitch missed to Corey, who grounded out to second back in the first inning. So Weymouth now with the runner at third with 2 outs. As the pitch is down in the dirt, nice stop. Smith able to keep it in front of him. Riley hits the zone on the inner half. Big opportunity here for Weymouth to try and get closer. White Sox hoping to keep it there. As this one's grounded middle of the infield. It's Brennan and he boots it. That'll get the run across. Weymouth aided by an error. Rare mistake made by Brennan at short. Ball hopped up on him. 20 makes 9 times out of 10. Weymouth getting a big break here. To bring up Jenkins, who was hit by a pitch. Short lead at first base as the first pitch is outside. So an unearned run there, targeted there to the pitcher, Riley. This one's knocked out of play. And the pitch is low. Pitch on the way, and this one is knocked out of play. A long look over, and the ball bounces into the dugout. The runner goes, and the ground ball is to second. On the move, the throw across in time, and a nice defensive play to end the inning. Weymouth does get a run to get closer, making it a 3-2 game as we head to the bottom of the third. Bottom three, first pitch, and that's a strike. Delivered in there to Brennan. Head coach P.J. Thompson trying to rile up his team between innings. See what kind of effect it has on the team. See if they get more into this game. Tough in a long season to stay motivated all the way through as Brennan hammers this one out to left field, continuing to go back, spinning back, and not able to make the catch as he digs for second. And a stand-up double to begin the game, or begin the inning, excuse me. Certainly don't want the game to just have started. Braintree now has awoken here to begin the bottom half of this third. First pitch in for a strike. Fair will hit here, the cleanup spot. RBI single first time. As the pitch missed. And this one drilled out to right field, but foul. One right on the button. So leadoff double by Brennan. Stands there with nobody out. Another base runner in scoring position for the White Sox. Looking to add to now a one-run lead. 3-2. This pitch missed outside. As the throw back to second, not in time. And the pitch, grounded, foul. Third base side. Ready winds and fires. This one hammered out to straightaway center. Long run on the move and can't make the catch as it glances off the glove as the base runner heads to third. Had to wait and see if that was going to be caught. And Braintree with back-to-back extra base hits. Tough catch out there for the center fielder. Had a lot of real estate to cover, but just couldn't track it down. The ball hit off the glove and then bounced off the fence. It's Braintree with an opportunity to add on. Foley here looking to come up with a hit here, bring home a couple. It's a pitch on the way, is grounded to third base. The run will score on the weak ground ball, and the throw is in time. So he does get the job done, bringing home the run. The runner was off on contact. So Foley, who walked the first time with an RBI ground out. Braintree adds on, making it 4-2. As this one is to third base, stopped, and no throw will be made. As the runner will reach on the infield hit. So James reaching at first. So 2 runners on. Here with just the 1 out, the ground out by Foley. This brings up the Braintree catcher now. As Smith hits here. 7th spot in the order. Ground ball hit to third. Nice backhanded play. The tag at third, the throw across. And it's dug out and in time, and an excellent double play. Very nicely turned on the infield. Very rarely do you see that. 5-3 on the putout for the double play as Braintree gets 1, but that's it. Stranding 2 here in the inning. So White Sox with a 4-2 lead as we head to the 4th. First pitch here of the 4th inning is a strike. Miss low. 5, 6, and 7 here in the inning. Braintree getting 1 back in the bottom half of the 3rd inning to extend their lead to 2. Leading 4-2 here over the Shamrocks. That was a nice double play ball that ended the inning. As that one's down at the knees, didn't like the call. Able to throw his hands out and spoil that one off. Righty winds and fires, missed low. So Riley looking to settle in here. It's 4th inning for a shutdown inning. And the pitch is cut on and missed, and able to battle back and strike him out. Fifth strikeout of the outing. Pitch is in there for a strike to Dolan, who struck out. It's only plate appearance so far. Back in the 2nd inning. Back to the fastball and back to the outside corner for another strike. Two-strike pitch, and he goes back to the outside. This time does not get the call. 1-2 on the way, and he missed low. And he blows it by him. Able to strike him out. Back-to-back Ks here to begin the inning. First pitch fastball, a strike. McCarthy, who was responsible for one of the 2 runs on the sac fly. And very quickly ahead. He's in danger now of striking out the side. 6 Ks so far through the first 3 2/3. Ground ball weakly hit to second base. On the move is Muir. The sidearm throw in time. And 1, 2, 3 they go here in the 4th inning. So the White Sox with a clean inning here, lead 4-2 as we head to the bottom half of the fourth. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning, Braintree will have 8, 9, and 1 in their order as Muir bats. Ground ball, middle of the infield. The second baseman who will make the stop, but there will be no throw. Good job just to get to that, but it's going to be an infield hit anyway. Braintree with the leadoff man aboard. Some action up in the bullpen for Weymouth. So we'll bring up Turgeon, batting in the 9th spot. Drew a walk in his only plate appearance. See if Braintree is potentially thinking about sacrificing here in a 2-run game. This one is knocked out of play. No sign of that on the first pitch. Runner goes, and this one knocked back and out of play. Another foul ball off the bat of Turgeon. One of the longest tenured White Sox on the staff. And this one drilled out to right field. It's going to be a tough play, and the ball is in fair territory as it drops down, and Muir on his way to third. That one drops down in right field for a single. Now the base runners at the corners. It's Braintree an opportunity to really give themselves a little breathing room here. As the pitch is outside, top of the order again. Levine has reached both times, a double and a walk, as the action continues out in the bullpen for Weymouth. Pitch missed outside. So Sullivan had some problems. He has some problems here in this inning. With 2 on, still nobody out. Braintree with a 4-2 advantage currently. Pitch is up. And the pitch missed, so he's walked him now for the second time, and that loads up the bases. And that might be it for Sullivan, as there's been some action up in the bullpen for a while. Might just be a meeting to try and settle him down, but it's definitely running out of gas here. Command obviously being an issue. Now with the bases loaded, there's nowhere to put him. So this will be a pinch hitter for Nicholson. So Sharkey will hit in his spot, the 2 spot in the order. Playing outfield, playing right field. Base is full with White Sox. This pitch is down. And the pitch is drilled middle of the infield and through. As one run scores, they're going to wave around a second as Turgeon comes towards the plate, and he will wobble home. Turgeon getting on his horse there to score all the way from second. As Sharkey with a 2-run hit, and that'll do it for the pitcher. Surprised they left him in, but gets one more batter, and he can't get him, as he will depart here in the 4th inning with just the 1 out. And we'll have a pitching change here at Braintree High School. We'll take a break in the action. 6-2, Braintree in front. Play resuming here in the 4th with 2 on. And the first pitch gets away, and both base runners will advance. There is nobody out. 3 hits and a walk so far. The pitcher was pulled here in the 4th. The reliever is in. Field is in as the pitch is upstairs. Ground ball back to the mound. The base runner will have to go back to third as Brennan is retired for the out. So 2 more base runners in scoring position here for the White Sox with a 4-run lead. Infield is still in with 1 out. For the cleanup hitter Fair, who delivers this one out to right field, continuing to go back and up and over his head. As 1 run scores, here comes a second who will be waved around, and 2 RBIs here on the hit to right field. It'll go down as 3 RBI. 2 on this at bat, 1 back in the first. As Braintree's open up a 8-2 advantage now. Fair was not waiting around on the pitch and very quickly cleaned out the bases. And a ground ball hit, foul of third. Here for Foley. Bats for the 3rd time. Walk and an RBI ground out. That one gets off the catcher's glove and takes third. Runner at third, as that's a half-hearted swing. And they're going to call that a foul ball. So the infield coming in again. As this is grounded foul of first. And this one spoiled off, out of play. And the payoff pitch is skied out to left. As the catch is made, here comes the throw to the plate. And the throw will not be in time, and the sacrifice fly brings home the run. So Foley for the second time with an RBI hit without the benefit of a hit. It's a sac fly this time. Had an RBI ground out last time. Making it a 9-2 game. Bring up the left fielder, James, who has reached on an error and singled. Base is now clear with 2 outs. The ball is outside. Fastball missed outside. The righty winds and fires a strike. And the pitch is drilled to right field, continuing to carry towards the corner and foul. Braintree scored 3 times so far in the inning, as that one's cut on and missed, and a good pitch to strike him out. So Braintree will head to the 5th inning with a 9-2 lead. Top half of the 5th, as the first pitch is upstairs. Pitch in for a strike as Riley's starting to settle in a little. Then 2 strikeouts last inning. And missed off the plate. 8, 9, and 1 in the order for Weymouth. Fastball right by him. Able to get it by him there. Struck out in his only plate appearance here in the game, Ballou. Pitch inside, and that fills it up. Braintree getting some action out in the bullpen and able to strike him out. So leadoff man is retired here to begin the 5th. First pitch is a strike to the 9-hitter DeGravio, who reached on a walk. Another pitch at the knees. Riley winds and fires and missed inside. And this one hit hard out to center field. A few steps back for Levine. He makes the running catch. Six in a row now retired by Riley. Looking for consecutive 1, 2, 3 innings. Might be his final inning of the game with some action out in the bullpen. And a ground ball hit to first base, an easy play. And that'll do it here in the fifth inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Shamrocks here in the fifth, and Braintree with a 9-2 advantage. First pitch here of the fifth inning, bottom 5. The White Sox with a 9-2 advantage. As that's cut on and missed by Smith, who bounced into a double play last time. Also is grounded back to the mound. It's 0 for 2. This one knocked right field side, long run, and the sliding play not in time. Good hustle. Pitch outside, and he did not go. Pitch missed outside again. Branch hoping to get the leadoff man aboard here. Bottom 5. The pitch on the way, and this one hammered out to left center field, but center fielder has a play, makes the catch. 0 for 3 for Smith. First pitch swing and a ground ball back off the glove of the pitcher, and it turns into the runner reaching. Says Muir on base for the second time. We go as a infield hit. Once the pitcher made contact, made it a much tougher play for the shortstop. And we'll see the 9-hitter again. Bottom of the order for the White Sox. It's actually been pretty productive. They walk and a single, so Durgeon doing his job down at the bottom of the order. And first pitch, he goes after it. The swinging strike. Throw over to first, and he's back in time. One on, one down, bottom 5. White Sox on the way to win number 24 on the season. That's a strike. And the pitch is in for strike three. Turgeon knew it as he takes the strikeout. Levine has reached all 3 times, 2 walks and a double. Got to buy him on the fastball. Same spot. Delivers a strike again. And the 1-2 pitch gets by the catcher. Muir heads down to second. And the pitch is knocked out of play. So the at-bat continues for Levine. Off-speed pitch, and he gets him. Off-speed pitch that fooled Levine. He gets him for the first time in the game, and that will do it as Braintree strands the base runner. So we head to the 6th, 9-2. Top of the 6th inning here at Braintree High School. There's a new pitcher on. First reliever we have seen here in this game for Braintree. Somebody else warming as well. There's Fahey into the game. It's the pitch to the backstop. So one of the biggest concerns here this season for the White Sox has been the lack of pitching that has gotten really work into the games this season, with the number of blowouts, number of cancellations recently, trying to keep all the arms fresh, get the work in as well, keep them ready to go. This one is a broken bat to third. It's going to be a tough play, and the throw to first will not be in time. Infield single. Shatters the bat, and we'll see the leadoff man on. Very weak contact on that hit, but does find his way aboard. As the pitch is up in the zone. Third time through the order as Corey now bats for the third time, grounded out and reached on an error. So looking to get on again as this one's popped up towards the mound. The play is to the first base as nobody was covering second. He wanted to try and turn 2, but made the smart play with a 7-run lead. Fastball on the outside corner, good spot. for Jenkins now, who was hit by a pitch and grounded out. So Braintree looks like they'll probably have another pitcher if we do go into the 7th. Of course, if Braintree holds a 10-run advantage through 6, it would end after 6, but right now currently with a 7-run advantage. Just keeping the options open, knowing that that has happened so often this season. Braintree will have 2, 3, 4 hitters in the bottom of this inning, as the pitch just missed on the inside corner. Pitch is inside. And the fastball also outside. So battling back from an 0-2 count. Gonna pound the zone. And the pitch is outside, and he walked him. Pitch is in for a strike. Starting out ahead. He would really love a ground ball double play. He produces a lot of ground balls. It's the style he pitches. And now 0-2. Sylvester has walked and struck out here from the 5 spot in the order. Pitch is low. He back to the outside corner, and this time gets the call. So 2 outs here in the 6th. Two on, 2 down. Single and a walk. Since has been a ground out to the mound and strikeout. 2 outs. One spoiled to the screen. Stop behind the plate, as that one was well off the plate. 3-2 the count with 2 on. And the runners go. And he struck him out on a good fastball, striking out 2 in the inning as Dolan strikes out for the 3rd time in the game as we head to the bottom of the 6th, still 9-2 Braintree. Bottom 6, first pitch is a strike. So again, 2, 3, and 4 in the order for Braintree here in the 6th inning as this one stung out to right field. That'll be down the line as Sharkey hits first and stops there on a wide turn to throw down to second base on a well-hit ball. So his 2nd hit since coming in relief as a pinch hitter. So let's bring up Brennan, who's had an interesting day at the plate. He's doubled, hit into a fielder's choice, and grounded back to the mound. Looking for something he can hit hard. As the pitch is a strike. This one knocked back and out of play. Leadoff man aboard, Sharkey. We'll have a meeting at the mound. Pitch is up in the zone. And the pitch is hit hard to first base as the throw is to second for 1. Back to first. The throw is not in time. It took him off the bag. Otherwise, it would have been a double play. But Brennan just able to get there in time. First pitch, and this one is low to Fair, who's perfect 3 for 3. Couple doubles, 3 RBI. 9-2 game. White Sox with the lead here in the bottom of the 6th. So Brennan leads at first as that one is foul tipped. Speed pitch, and he laid off it. Foley would be up next if we continue. And this one skied a mile high right and foul. Reliever winds and fires off speed, and this one knocked foul. The pitch, and this one is by him, and he's able to battle back and strike him out. First time he has been retired here in the game. So now 2 down here in the 6th. As the fastball is upstairs.
Hey, cool. Here we go, babe.
And this one hit hard out to left field. Foley hit this one well, back towards the wall, and it one hops the fence. As Brennan digs around second and third, and he's waved to the plate, and he will score on a RBI double by Foley. So we hit that one right on the screws, and third straight at bat, producing an RBI.
Hold on, let's go. Daddy. Balls. Tap, balls. Good job, Mag.
Still see a pinch runner here for Foley.
Well, I did hit it poorly. You don't hit double. Second,
Fastball missed outside. Runner at second. Braintree with a 10-2 advantage. James has reached on an error, singled, and struck out. This one knocked out of play. One and two the count, with Tevenen running for Foley at second. Braintree scored once here in the 6th. Off-speed pitch down. This one knocked back to the screen. Righty winds and fires, and another pitch down in the dirt. Inside, and he draws a walk. So now 2 on here in the bottom of the 6th, which will bring up Smith, who's due here. He's 0 for 3, grounding into a double play, flying out and grounding out back to the mound. A 10-2 game. Braintree could score 2 more here, it would end. There are 2 outs, though. This pitch missed outside again. 2 hits and a walk in the inning so far, as that's a strike. Another fastball and on the outside corner again. And he just missed on the outside corner as the pitcher started to walk off the mound. See if Smith can make him pay there. Getting an extra opportunity here with the bat. And this one is going to get him as he strikes him out anyway. So Braintree leaves 2 on. They get 1 here in the 6th. We head to the final frame with the White Sox in cruise control up 10-2. Top of the 7th, first pitch is outside. So Fahey coming in for his 2nd inning of work. We're going to close it out here, pitching the 6th and now here in the 7th as it's knocked to the screen. 7, 8, 9 in the order for the Shamrocks here in the 7th. Braintree on their way to their 24th win in 25 tries. Weymouth on their way to their 13th loss to fall to 9-13. Swing and a miss. McCarthy did have a sacrifice fly back in the 3rd inning. Otherwise, he has grounded out, so it's his 3rd plate appearance of the game. This one knocked back and out of play. Righty winds and fires. This one knocked out of play again. So it started right around 8 o'clock. First pitch. Legion team playing right before. Now right around the 2-hour mark. Two count. Nobody on, nobody out. Fahey struck out 2 of the 3 that he saw back in the 6th inning. This one's knocked off the screen again. A lot of foul balls in the at-bat. Righty winds and fires in a ground ball, middle of the infield. Second baseman Muir over, and there's one down. It's an excellent defensive second baseman, as McCarthy's gone in his direction twice. Now retired for the 2nd time. We'll bring up Ballou, who's looking to put the ball in play this time. Struck out both times. That was against Riley. Righty winds and fires, missed inside. The Leadoff man retired on a ground out to second, as Fahey falls behind. And that one missed, and a 4-pitch walk. So runner now at first with 1 out as the infield moves up the middle, hoping for a ground ball double play to end the game. As that's in for a strike. Off-speed pitch, drops in there. Another nice pitch. And the 0-2 pitch, fly ball to left field, long run on the move, and a sliding catch. Nice play out in the outfield. And he took a dive out towards that little swamp area out there. So that's the second out on the best defensive play of the game. As Fahey missed wildly there, as that one gets to the backstop. Runner advances to second. So it's the top of the order. Fahey looks for the final out in a 10-2 game. The Shamrocks looking to add 1 more to their total before the game comes to an end. Base runner at second for Forrester, who is 0 for 3 from the top of the order. A couple strikeouts and a ground out to first. And the fastball missed outside. And the pitch missed, and another walk surrendered. 2 walks in the inning. Wonder if any of this could be due to the rust for Fahey, who hasn't pitched a ton this season. Mentioning earlier, a lot of the pitchers on the staff haven't gotten a ton of work in, so just trying to get some work in here as the games come to an end. As the throw to first will be in time, and that'll end the game. So Brennan able to get the throw across quickly as Gowdy was hustling down the line, but that'll do it here in the ball game as Braintree with a convincing win here today to move to 24-1 with the win, 10-2. So the middle of the order doing most of the heavy lifting. 4-5 hitters, Fair and Foley, combining for 6 RBI out of the 10 that Braintree had in the game. As Riley went the first 5 getting the win, surrendered both runs that Weymouth scored. One coming through on an error though, so one of them being earned, but the Shamrocks fall to 9-13 with the loss, as Braintree with some excellent pitching, some good offense as well, and a couple of defensive plays, especially that one on the sliding catch here with the outfielder Sharkey able to make the catch here in the 7th inning. That was a highlight reel play. So a good win here today for Braintree as they conclude their regular season in a makeup game with Bourne on Thursday, then they head to the playoffs. So good end here for this one. 10-2 the final. As our coverage will end here on behalf of our camera person, Christine Patterson, I'm Mike Wassel. We'll see you next time.